Today in this video, I'm going over how you could level up so much faster in your martial arts training. Now, training in martial arts is just like leveling up in video games. There's different skill trees you can go in, there's different aspects that affect your skills, and there's different ways to improve to increase your skills even faster. So getting right into it, the first way you can improve faster is by learning different styles of martial arts. Now, this is just like in video games when there are different play styles you can play as, and whether you want to be an archer in a video game, or a fighter, or someone who uses magic. There's different play styles and there's different ways to integrate different aspects of other styles to make your overall style yours and individualized to make you the best you can be. So with that in mind, when you go for training in martial arts, find other martial arts that you could learn from as well to improve your skills that you're not going to directly learn from that same martial art. For example, if you're going to learn jiu-jitsu and you have no experience whatsoever, a good thing to learn as well is wrestling. Now, they aren't the same exact skill, but they do have different aspects that carry over very well to each other's martial art. For example, in wrestling, there's a lot of takedown moves. So you're going and trying to get the person onto the ground. And in jiu-jitsu, takedowns are very important in the beginning of a match because they're how you get the person on the ground in order to gain an advantage. So if you have a lot of experience in wrestling, it can carry over very well to jiu-jitsu. And then from there, you can develop even faster as someone who's learned jiu-jitsu. The second tip is to learn from as many different people as possible. If you ever played the game Pokemon, you're going against trainers all throughout the world. You constantly have your team, you're battling different people, and sometimes you go to a gym and you have to verse one of the head gym leaders. Now for the majority of the game, you're leveling up and your starter is your predominant, most powerful Pokemon. And you can battle and basically just one-shot everyone because your Pokemon is so powerful. But there might be that one gym leader that has something that could just completely destroy that guy and your rest of your team is completely useless because you haven't worked on them at all. Now it's just like training in martial arts. You could be focused so well on how to throw a single jab and you're so good at it that you could just one-shot people. But what if you go against that one person who knows how to counter that jab very effectively and everything else that could help you fight this person doesn't work because you just haven't trained that as well. Going against different people allows you to find your weaknesses in certain areas and then forces you to train those in order to become better all around. This way, when you go against many different people, you're trained overall and you're very well adept to adapt to these different fight styles. And you're able to counter their moves with moves you learn from other people. And the more people you learn, the better you become over time. There's also this philosophy that goes for any kind of competition. It's called the plus minus equal philosophy. And the whole idea behind it is that there are people who are better than you, people that are worse than you, and people who are around your skill level. The people that are better than you, the pluses in this case, you go against them and they show you where your weaknesses are. And that shows you where you can improve on in the future. Then there are the people who are not as good as you, the minuses in this case. And they allow you to better practice your techniques in order to fine tune them and make them much better without having to worry about, oh, they're gonna do this one thing. Instead, you could focus on individual things that you really want to practice without the worrying of a new technique coming in that you have no idea how to counter. And then finally, there are the people who are around the same level as you, the equals. And these people are how you test yourself to see how well you are and how well you could go against someone who's around your skill level. Are you able to push yourself even farther? Are you going to be able to focus on the techniques you just learned and better implement them in order to make yourself just overall better? From there, the next way you can start leveling up much faster is by watching videos of other people practicing or reading books on how to do techniques or just watching masters in real life and learn and see how they perform their actions. This is just like in video games when there's like skill books to quickly upgrade your skills by learning from online sources or books or just other masters. Even though you're not practicing directly, you're learning new ways to look at things. You're learning their philosophy. You're watching people perform things, which in the middle of actually performing, you're not going to be able to really analyze how you break stuff down. And by watching people over and over again, you see how they do things and you could see where you might have somewhere that you can improve on. And finally, the last way you can improve in your martial arts training is by training other facets of your overall fitness. For example, if you wanted to get better at throwing a punch, obviously you can learn the technique and practice it over and over again. But another way is to increase your overall strength. You could do that by going to the gym and lifting weights, getting your strength up. Or you can go and increase your cardio, which will increase your endurance so you could fight for longer without getting tired, getting sloppy, and making mistakes. Or through your flexibility by doing yoga or just stretches every day. By increasing your flexibility, increases your overall movement, allowing you to be more free to perform moves, maybe moves you weren't able to do before, or not just your physical fitness, but also your mental fitness. By performing things that increase your intelligence, your fighter's mentality. For example, many fights are like chess, where you have to perform one action and maybe that action will go through and you'll make an awesome move, or like in chess, you'll move a pawn, you have two options to go for. If one fails, you have a backup ready to go. It's all about thinking moves ahead, and by practicing other areas outside of martial arts, it increases this muscle that you're not going to get directly from training martial arts over and over again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more videos where I talk about how to level up in real life like you do in video games, then feel free to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on more videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.